Suhas is someone who came to this country as a young man. He'd been in India. He made a living in India, by the way. An interesting thing, at the end of the school year, he'd buy books from students who wanted to get rid of them, school books, and then he'd sell them to new students and make a nice profit as they were coming in. So he decided he wanted to get a degree. He got a degree, an advanced degree. He came here and has begun businesses. An entrepreneur, an innovator. He began a business, a software business. This is a business that makes parts for aerospace. He's been in automotive parts. He's made over hundreds of jobs possible. This is something about America that's so unusual and so unique. He did not have the government tell him to come here. He did not have the government tell him where to build or how much he could keep. He didn't go to Washington and say, can I please have permission to build this enterprise? He came here on his own because this is the land of opportunity. People all over the world seeking opportunity come here, and those that are successful don't make us poorer. They make us better off. We celebrate people who come here for freedom and opportunity.
He's the first entrepreneur that I ever met. I knew business people in growing up, but I never knew an entrepreneur. And if you'd look in Webster's dictionary under entrepreneur, you'll probably find a picture of Suhas, because he's everything that an entrepreneur is. His curiosity, his stick-to-itiveness, his tenacity, his understanding, his non-judgmental attitude, his acceptance of others, his ability to be able to talk with the guy that's pushing a broom or talk to the President of the United States. It's all within one package with Suhas.
His ability to see through and realize, the potential of people is just amazing. You have to work with him. I mean, he has his own styles. It's a little difficult at times, but at the bottom of his heart, he really wants everybody to succeed, not just him. So if you stick with it and work with him, he can point out the pitfalls based on his years and years of experience and specifically read people. He is excellent when it comes to that. Loyalty is very important, and he identifies people that have potential, people who are good at heart. You can make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with that. He allows that. But you got to have good intentions. You got to be ready to work hard, and you got to be able to achieve the mission. So if you're ready to do that, he is amazing.
One of the amazing things about Suhas is when those downtime comes, he manages them amazingly well. Certainly there's stress, certainly there's anxiety, but he doesn't let him get it down. Let it get him down. He'll stress out momentarily, but once he gets a plan, nothing's going to stop him from implementing that plan. And he is like a bulldozer, and he's going to get it solved. He's going to get the situation fixed, whatever it takes to get it fixed. And that is an amazing gift. And I think that is the key between someone who is successful in business and someone who is not successful. Being successful doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have failures. It means that you don't let the failures keep you down.
We unfortunately were caught up in the Delphi bankruptcy ultimately. Delphi is a global supplier for General Motors. They had offered to mentor us when our company was at a very healthy period in its life, and ultimately they canceled a non-cancelable contract that caused us to file for financial protection. At the end of the day, though, we looked at each other, we looked at the team, and we picked ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we said we have to go forward. And fortunately, we had a kernel of the aerospace business that we had always had, and we were able to take that going business and grow it. And in fact, it has doubled in size in the last couple of years, and it will continue to grow into the future.
It almost seems like Suhas and a challenge are lockstep with each other. There isn't a single day when there's not a challenge in front of Suhas. But I think he has done phenomenally well. I mean, to go through a bankruptcy, not self-induced because of things that, the other party does, the ability to come through that, not only just come through, but come through solid, turn that whole business around and really grow. I mean, that is just phenomenal. And I think it just goes to show the entire makeup of Suhas, the character, the personality, what he is, what he truly believes in. Because without that, the kind of challenges he's been through from the personal side as well as on the business, there is no way, or at least I don't know of anybody that could come through this. But he's come through it bright, he's come through it shining, and the future, every time this has happened, it has made him and everybody around him so much more better, both materially and philosophically. It is just amazing.
People who do well in business are the ones who've had the knocks upside the head, and they know how to get back up on their feet, dust themselves off, and move forward. And that's it's a skill, it's an art, and it's just pure, down, deep, dirty determination that I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do it, and it doesn't matter how bad I feel today, I'm just gonna do it.
I have made millions and lost millions, and I had to start from scratch again. In Sanskrit and in Marathi, we'll call it Punascha Hariom, means you have to restart from scratch. And that's okay, because it's not the money and it's not the wealth you're after the self-actualization in the process. And money and wealth is byproduct of it.